By the way, chat, hasn't it been proven that if the sun were to go into a supernova... Oh, thank you, Featherpen, also for the 5 gift subs. Anyway, hasn't it been proven if the sun were to go supernova in our solar system that we would be dead long before we even saw it doing that? Like, even, let's say, for example, if we were still somehow not dead from the sun increasing greatly in heat long before that, even during the red giant stage, isn't the traveling of the, well, the heat death coming your way much, much faster than the speed of light? Oh, wait, I didn't mean to go here first. Oopsie. I meant to go this way. So, I want to try something. I'm going to try a theory I have. I think that the teleporter on the Ash Twin that takes you to Brittle Hollow might take me to the place that can get me to the Black Hole Forge area. So I'm going to try to set that up real quick. Isn't our sun too small to go supernova? We got a pretty small sun comparatively to some of the stars out in the universe. This isn't the entry point I'm looking for. Neither is that. Yeah, this one will work. Yeah, well, it'll die eventually, but that's the fate of all things in this universe. As unfortunate as that is, nothing is permanent. It's just that our star is not particularly large comparatively to many other stars out in the universe, so I believe scientists say that it's unlikely that the sun will go supernova just because of its size being too small for it. I think it was down here. Maybe up above? Maybe a floor up above? Yep, there it is. There it is. Now I will head to the Ash Twin. And take the teleporter to this planet and see if that leads me to there or not. There will be no one to win that or lose that time lottery, to be perfectly honest with you. Specifically because the process of a dying star has way too many steps in it and way too many years in it before it completely dies, where it would easily kill off all ability for Earth to sustain life. Like, media shows off a supernova going off all of a sudden, or like it going red giant out of nowhere and stuff like that. That's not how it works. It takes thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years of a star going through the process of gaining all that mass before it collapses in on itself. It takes more time than a human can fathom, even. Oh boy, there's that pit in my stomach from talking about my mortal existence. Let's stop that conversation. Hey chat, do you think I'm going the right way to get to that black hole forge? I sure hope so. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Every way is the right way as long as you get there. You know, that's lovely to think about, but this game has a very specific right and wrong way. Where you will only get there by going the right way. Tease it. That's the sun. Right, that's the sun station teleporter. Oh, I'm gonna have to wait a little while, huh? Because I think this is the one I was looking for. Not 100% sure. Well, hey, I got a way we can speed this process up. We could take a short nap. Let's find our buddy camped out here. Right over here. Sup, dog? I'll know my writing about a hidden planet. How fascinating. Might interest you to know the existence of an additional planet is entirely plausible. No, we've had that before. Actually, I think I've had all of these with you. Yep. Yep. Anyway, I'm going to take a short nap. There we go. That ought to have progressed things enough. I think this is the one. Let me land this just far enough away that it doesn't get yoinked by the sand pit. Ah! Too strong. Oh, hey, look at that. Neat. That asteroid is quickly on its way to die. Boop boop boo 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 boo. Ba 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 da ba da bum. Boop boop boo 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 boop boop ba ba da ba dee. Any second now. Hey, there we go. Oh. All right then. No! Kill me. I gotta do it again. I didn't realize I was already on the ceiling. That's my fault. In that case, first thing I'm gonna do is go to the Ember Twin, try to hit that dry lake bed, which should be at like the center crust of the planet, I guess. And then do all that. I think I've never seen anyone not do that. Yeah, well... It's an honest mistake, right, guys? Anyone could make it. Alright, let's start slowing our roll. As far as I know, the dry lake bed is just right in the center of everything, so we're just gonna have a hot little jump down. Whee! Maybe that isn't the dry lake bed. Maybe we gotta explore just a little bit more. Come on, nothing to stand on there, huh? Damn. So where the hell is the dry lake bed if it wasn't down there? Here's this place, this cavern. That leads to the village. That leads to the breathable air. That's just some rocks, and this is the anglerfish skeleton. Hmm. Then where the heck is the dry lake bed that I'm supposed to go to then? I'm paused so that time doesn't continue while I try to think. Well, one way I can find it, I think, actually, is with this. That points toward the North Pole, even. Oh, come on. And this is where it talks about where Coleus might have disappeared to. Where else does this thing go? Alright, get out of here, Rock, so I can figure out where the heck you disappear to. The North Pole. Alright. We're just gonna quick restart, because that's almost guaranteed to be so filled with sand. So, head to the North Pole. The North Pole. And down. Hey, Dist, what's up? Yeah, it's my first time Outer Wilds. I'm performing science. I am now about 10 hours into it, I think. A lot of interesting stuff. Alright, so we're going to head to the North Pole on the Ember Twin. And that should be where that dry lake bed is. I assume you've played this game before, then. If you're in here. Okay, where are we? This way to the North Pole? Unlock. Uh-oh. Yeah. Love this game, so unique. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, is it right by him? Yeah, okay. He's basically at the North Pole. That's a good indicator. That means it should be right down here somewhere. Good scout. Caves! This is either a good idea or I'm going to die. There is no in between. This game kind of gives me Subnautica vibes in a way, in the way that it's very exploration heavy. Is that where I came from? I think that is where I came from. Well, we'll leave that back where I came from. Use it to mark the passageways I have or have not gone through. Because this is kind of winding. Can't go that way. Oh, good, the sand. I was hoping the sand would be here to rush me along. Are the Outer Wilds the plants we found along the way? No, it's just the name of our spacefaring program, silly. Oh, it's like a river. It's gotta do a little bit of platforming. No problem. As long as I can see where I'm going, at least. No problem. Oh, cool, some ammonite fossils. Cacti. Wait, did you teleport? Oh. That means the rock is in the area. Somewhere. That means you can get out of my way. You can get out of my way. Thank you. Get out of my way. Stay over there, please. Yeah, ancient Pokemon. We're gonna get an Ammonite and a Kabutops. Lord Helix, save us. Look, rock. Oh, that's just a light? Okay. If you have come here to look for Coleus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. Your strange wandering rock friend is here, though Coleus isn't. Coleus and I observed this unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in at least 2 other caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant. What happened before Coleus disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the Wandering Rock. I was taking notes, and then my lantern died. When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. I see. Let's dim the lights. Yep. And it teleported us out. Where are we now? How curious! This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems the clearest explanation. Hypothesis: if a rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I am not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Melaray is here now too. We theorized when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He has also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. Curious but also alarming, this new cave appears to lack an entrance or an exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. The Wandering Rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen. And we're back over here, which means we have a way out. Which means if I really wanted to follow him, all I had to do was jump on that rock and turn my light off for a bit, but that would be if you had, So I had tried jumping on the rock before, but I never turned my light off for it. That was the mistake. Also, I'm heading the wrong direction. I was at the North Pole, not the South, dummy. Dude, I love these planets. How you can just go everywhere with a tiny bit of fuel in like a second. Alright, Mr. Sun, if you would like to let go of me. Thank you. Well, that's the thing, is I was like, okay, so these things can bring you with them when they teleport, right? And so I tried it, but I didn't realize I had to turn my light off. I even looked away from it, too. But it's the light thing that's the... It's observing anything that is the issue, obviously. But hey, now I know. I bet that's going to come back into play at some point in time as well. Okay, let's find our entry point. This is one of the poles, so I need to move a little in this direction. There's the campfire. Perfect. I can't wait to have to use that on, like, the Quantum Moon in order to get it to teleport itself somewhere. That is whenever I make my way to the Quantum Moon. I now think I know how to get there. But first, to the Black Hole Forge. At least I think I can get there now as well. My problem was last time I shouldn't have jumped. Speaking of jumping, this time I can jump like that if I want to. How destroyed is the bridge? Have we gotten this side yet? Looks like this side's still safe. Not for long, though. They did a really good job with the time loop mechanics in this. And having multiple things that are time sensitive. Because that way, it forces you to have to learn more about how the solar system functions. And how to properly deal with it. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Oopsie. Oh, my ankles. Hey, what's up, dog? I did not want to fall down here. Is there a way back up? Ah! Fire hot! Oh, here we go. Chat, did you know fire is hot? Alright, chat, tell me this. Would a quantum fire be hot, cold, or both at the same time? go below the sun and catch them on their orbit. Coming in hot. Stabilize. Ooh, smooth. No, not this one. Oh, hey, this one. Perfect. Teleport me. Ah, it's the wrong planet. We'll get there eventually. And this time I won't jump. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warp! Yeah, it even looks you upwards so that you're not stupid enough to jump. But I was stupid enough to jump anyway, like the genius that I am. Also, this is why the departure time and arrival time have that slight lapse where the departure is 0.0001 second longer than the arrival time on these. I was wondering why that was. Until we did our little experiment on the Hourglass planets and broke reality, but you know, sometimes you gotta break a few eggs to learn some stuff. Alright, to the Black Hole Forge. Can I touch that without flying off into space? I can, okay. Be cautious near the boarding area while the Black Hole Forge is in operation. Sure hope this place doesn't die while I'm here. Found a scroll. Found another statue, but that one's inactive. Where am I taking the first black hole core? And where am I taking the remaining cores once they're ready? All of the warp towers are being constructed on Ash Twin, so the black hole cores will go there. My gratitude. In that case, Poke, Clary, I am leaving for delivery. I'll send Yarrow your regards. Poke, I hope you'll return to the forge shortly. I'm going to go catch up to Root and help him deliver the first core to Ash Twin, just to make sure Yarrow receives it. Of course you are. The white hole cores are for the warp receivers. Each of the 6 receivers are being constructed at different locations, so those deliveries will be a greater pain in your cervical spine. The tower designs in the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin reveal each receiver's location. Ask Yarrow, he's familiar with them. Interesting. Oh yeah, let's pop this scroll out. Pop this scroll in. What's this one gotta say? Of note, Yarrow believes he spotted a flaw in the warp tower designs. Namely that one of the warp towers on Ash Twin will never activate because its warp receiver will never align overhead. Does your romantic interest think a warp tower's alignment point is its receiver? Does he not know that a warp tower always aligns with the center of its corresponding astral body? That isn't an unreasonable belief, given the receiver does have to be located on, or in close orbit around, the relevant astral body. I seem to recall that was your understanding of warp technology at first. No, Yarrow understands the distinction. He likely doesn't realize the Hourglass twins are so close together they function as a single astral body, with a shared alignment point in between them. What do we got here? Regarding the warp tower on the Ash Twin, does each tower have to be perfectly aligned with the center of the astral body to which it is tuned? I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, but if, for example, a tower's base were to shift even slightly, that tower might no longer align with its astral body. More accurately, I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, provided the next Nomai is not Poke. We don't need the alignment angle to be exact, it only needs to be within 5 degrees of the astral body's center. Of note, this gives us a slightly longer warp window. I imagine this window will last roughly several seconds. And as such, any Nomai stepping into the warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. We will need to be careful around the platform for the duration of the time it's active to avoid any accidental transportation. So, within 5 degrees of the astral body's center, considering they built this like 200-something thousand years ago, that should have shifted over time. To the point that it's no longer within 5 degrees of this. Whatever, fuck it. What's this? Oh, look at this. This tells you when you're aligned with the warp. That's cool. That's a nice little clock. Yep, clock. I still didn't find anything to put in these. Maybe if I look around in this direction. I have to resist the urge to jump and fire my thrusters. I have to resist so strongly the urge to jump and fire my thrusters. Oh, exit to the surface. Oh, that leads to... that. I know exactly where that's going to lead. Black Hole Forge, north 40 meters. How come I didn't find anything to go into those slots? Did I either arrive too late for them to exist and they fell off the face of the planet because of, you know, the falling into pieces thing? That's very possible. Double check in here to make sure I didn't miss them. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. Nothing in the little cabinet there. Ah, here it is. I did miss it. That's my bad. Alright, here we go. Ash Twin projection. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. I'm intrigued, my love. Everyone here working on the Ash Twin project is excited to see it. Pi is beside herself with joy. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished, and if my sister tells you otherwise, then she will be finished as well. Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. Hey, look. It's this again. I sure wish that I knew where that might be located, but it's kind of impossible to tell. Considering it's in the void of nothingness, you can hear the sand transferring from one planet to the other. But other than that... Vroom. Oh. We're out of time, huh? We're out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Like, we know that those masks are somewhere around the Ash Twin here. Thank you, Arsenic Drinker, for the follow. Nice name. Anyway, we know for a fact that those masks are located somewhere around the Ash Twin, but it's really impossible to tell where. Is it, like, deep inside the core or something like that? Oh man, I'm running out of time again. Honestly, going on foot might make it easier. On-foot traversal is pretty quick on the Hourglass Twins. The sun sure is a beautiful blue today, isn't it? Get it, Scout Launcher! Crusher Mock, thank you. Has 16 deaths by sun. And several deaths not by sun. Oh, is the Valorant thing finally done? Oh, chat, we didn't bankrupt Riot Games. It was a valiant effort. I appreciate it, guys. And thank you very much for the resub, Setica. Lakebed Cave. A Nomai Coleus was standing on a wandering rock when another Nomai's lantern died. When they relit the lantern, Coleus and the rock were gone. To travel with a quantum object, I must stand on the object and cease to observe my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. Coleus used this quantum rule to escape the cave he was trapped in. Coleus and Melore returned to examine the rock. They theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to observe his or her surroundings, the being then can become entangled with that quantum object, and they both move together. That thought is done. Every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within the Ash Twin, which again, can't find. An advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber of Ash Twin. A warp tower's alignment point is not its warp receiver. Rather, a warp tower always aligns with the center of its corresponding astral body. The warp receiver must be located on, or in close orbit around, the relevant astral body. The hourglass twins are so close together they function as a single astral body, with a shared alignment point in between them. All of the warp towers were being constructed on the Ash Twin, while the 6 warp receivers were being constructed at different locations. A Nomai named Poke successfully forged an advanced warp core for the Ash Twin project. Alignment angle diagram. A diagram depicting the alignment angle between a warp tower and its corresponding body. Warp tower alignment angles are not exact. They only need to be within 5 degrees of the body's center. This results in slightly longer warp windows that last roughly several seconds. Anyone stepping into a warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. There's more Sunless City? Really? Surprising. Well, chat. There's only 2 places left to go in the solar system. I could either go to the Quantum Moon, or I could go to Hell. I mean, the Dark Bramble. I'm renaming it Hell because, well, we know it's not going to be fun in there. Which one would you rather see? I'll take a guess. Pretty sure I know which one chat wants me to go to. Alright, am I off to go get eaten by a giant space fish? Have I been everywhere at that water planet? I'm pretty sure I have. Gabbro's Island. Gabbro's lounging in a hammock near the island shore. Gabbro found a Nomai statue on another island. The statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbro saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the time at the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. Although there is a third mask that is obviously active that we've seen in our visions of it. Which means there is one other person that is aware of the time loop. I'm guessing it is that Feldspar guy who is probably somehow alive despite going through the Dark Bramble. I guess he survived. He's the only person that is unaccounted for that could possibly have that active unless there is an ancient Nomai that somehow survived for 200,000 plus years. So I'm putting my my money on that one. So for real chat, I want to know, would you rather I go to the Quantum Moon or I go to the Bramble? I've got 1 vote for Quantum Moon. Oh, I got a hype chest. Isn't that lovely? What's in it? An Etch-a-Sketch? A Game Boy? Something like that. Moon? 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 Alright, chat wants the moon. Why does chat want the moon over the Dark Bramble, despite the fact that the Dark Bramble is going to make me shit myself? I guess we're about to find out, eh? First things first, locating the moon. Now, which celestial body do you think it is currently orbiting? Because it seems to orbit all of them at some point in time. That's the Attlerock, yeah? Yeah. Doesn't seem to be in this area at the moment. I guess technically I could go to the Ember planet and have it track for me. Oh wait, there it is, found it. It's by the Brittle Hollow at the moment, and as long as I am observing it, it ain't going a goddamn place. There we go. That should count, I think. Now I should be able to land on you now. Ooh. It's icy. I wasn't expecting icy. Oh, we landed right on their face. Oh, that's so unfortunate for them. Signal identified, the Quantum Moon. Yep. So we landed at the South Pole of it, just like we were told. Gonna do that real quick, just to make sure that nothing disappears on me while I'm here. I am here! After watching it wander the skies for so long, I'm about to stand for the first time on the Quantum Moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of my journey on foot. We don't know why the Quantum Moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole, just that this is true. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. I'm gonna explore a little bit on foot before I commit to taking that ride. Don't know if I want to go up there. Let's open this door. Tower. Rock. Hanging garden at the black hole. Oh, look, it tracks where the Quantum Moon currently is at. So, this is our solar system. You got the Hourglass, our planet, the Brittle planet, that, and then the Eye of the Universe at the end. I think I know what I must do, but first... You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. And recall the rule of the sixth location. I believe we do that. There we go. Ooh. Will you go away, please? Hey, you. That's not cool. Get the fuck out of here. The rock says no. Okay. What am I doing that's so stupid? Because I'm obviously doing something stupid here. Closed for maintenance. Give me a sec to think so that I don't continue being an idiot. Yeah, that's my thought process, Bosteed. You're about right. So my only thought, the rule of the sixth location is the one thing that I'm thinking about. Oh. Watery. So, if I recall correctly, don't I need to be at the North Pole for it to take me to the sixth location properly? But we're not quite at the North Pole, which means that one of these places that it can orbit should give us that opportunity. I'm gonna guess maybe if we get it to orbit our planet, that'll do it. I didn't expect this to also create a giant whirlwind there. All right, let me close that, and there, that'll work. Let's see if that'll get us where we need to go. Okay, yeah, we can easily get to the North Pole here now. Oh, that's the ship. Not my ship, but a ship. In fact, my ship is, mysteriously gone. Okay, okay. We got this to where it needs to be. I think. I hope. I think that was the dumb I was doing. All right, let's give her another go and hope that that worked, right? I did it! No rock in my face. Alright, so this is a quantum planet that we are currently orbiting, or have to be orbiting, because the moon seems to take characteristics of whatever it's orbiting. Which is cool. But also really worrying about what the heck we're going to find here. Oh. I have a thought, chat. I have a very interesting thought. So, you know how they say they observed something older than the universe? And this whole thing that we've been doing has been a time loop of sending ourselves back in time via an extremely large amount of energy input and then a teleportation output, which gives us negative time. What if it is a Nomai itself that is older than the universe that made their way here? It could be that person we were reading who was making the pilgrimage here and got flung back in time via an incredible amount of energy. Because of how the quantum mechanics work. And so, at the end of the day, they were just looking for one of their own. But they couldn't find it because they're trapped in this quantum planet. You know, if I keep saying quantum, it's going to lose all meaning. I had to take a moment to posit that theory, because I do feel like that's a real possibility. Quantum D's. Huh. Space butthole. Hello. Who are you? Pick up you, Eye of the Universe, Quantum Moonstone, Me Stone, Explain Stone, Identify Stone. Use Stone. Explain. Solanum! I am on my first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. All Nomai and my clan make this journey when we come of age. Solanum, I have some interesting news for you. I have some real interesting news for you. Even though the eye cannot be reached from here, the Quantum Moon remains special to us as it carries us nearer to the eye than any other place we know. I've journeyed here to be close to the eye. While the eye is obscured from our sight, we can see the quantum moon's reflection of the eye in the sky above us. Identify yourself. I am Solanum, a Nomai. My clan arrived in this star system before my birth, and we now call it home. Again, Solanum, since you don't seem to understand what is going on, I thought maybe you would be the third person with the memory stone, but I guess not. Is this place, like, completely removed from time itself? That's the only thing that would make sense of this, right? Identify the eye of the universe as best you can for me. I might have about the same info as you, but we'll see. We are orbiting the eye of the universe now, although we cannot see it, only the quantum moon's reflection of it. The eye is older than the universe itself, and my clan believes it dwells in an extremely distant orbit around this star system. There is fundamental uncertainty throughout the universe. Normally, this uncertainty is only observable on a very small scale. As one approaches the eye, however, that uncertainty grows enormously. The quantum moon probably exhibits macroscopic quantum behavior because of its proximity to the eye. Shards that broke off from the quantum moon have a similar effect, as I imagine you have seen elsewhere in this star system. Conscious observation forces a quantum object to collapse to a single possibility. But what would happen if a conscious observer somehow entered the eye itself? Over time, this has become my clan's greatest question. So here's my guess. Is that Solanum is now a quantum existence after entering the eye. And if you are a quantum existence, as we've seen, you exist in a state of everything possible at the same time at all times. Except when you are being observed, in which case your possibilities are pruned down to a single possibility. And then when unobserved, you go back to infinite possibilities. Which means that if Solanum did find their way into the eye, Solanum could also, as a quantum existence, exist older than the universe itself, while also still being here, while also being a corpse under my ship when I landed on the moon. All at the same time. Tell me more about this quantum moon. This is the quantum moon where we both are standing. Despite also orbiting other celestial bodies, the quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. Have you encountered a quantum shard on another planet? The shards look the same as the quantum moon's surface does now, while at the eye. From this, we can reasonably infer the quantum moon's natural state is as we see it now, and that the eye is its primary location. Given the quantum moon is the eye's moon, it's likely that any characteristics the moon exhibits are also exhibited by the eye itself. The quantum moon and its shards, for instance, are quantum. Thus, the eye is likely also quantum. In fact, this moon is probably quantum because its proximity to the eye made it quantum. The same way the areas surrounding quantum shards that landed on other planets eventually become quantum too. I hope I'm right, and I hope we meet Quantum Solanum. Identify me. What do you think I am? I've never met one of your kind before. It's an honor to speak with you. I particularly admire your 4 eyes. Oh, well, thank you. There are many questions I would ask if I could comprehend your language. You have my gratitude for understanding mine.
ピピピピピピグレットララララブラブアイアイエ
Thank you, Euridives, for the follow. I imagine your purpose here is the same as mine, to learn about and to find the Eye of the Universe. I'm unsure how you arrived here, however. Perhaps you came from another star system, as my clan originally did. Yeah, about that. About your clan. I have bad news. Is this your first time on the Quantum Moon? It's my first time here. If you've come here looking for answers, I hope you find them. I was wondering if I could combine these. Cool. Suppose you could reach the Eye of the Universe. Would you try to enter it? What do you imagine the effects of a conscious observer might be? Well, as I was saying before, I would imagine the effects would be you become a quantum existence yourself. You go through the eye of the needle, chat. And when you go through the eye of the needle, you become a quantum existence, and it takes you possibly even out of your own universe into an existence where you are in every universe at all times. Always. Essentially, a godlike existence, but on such a higher plane you may not even be able to continue observing the universe itself. In fact, you may completely lose your mind. We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special. I hope you won't mind if I think of you as a friend. Aww. So hey, why are you on the Quantum Moon? Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the Eye. This is the closest any of us have ever come to seeing the Eye itself. You may think I am strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. Yeah, about that. If your corpse under the foot of my spaceship was anything to indicate, yeah. What's your relationship to the Eye of the Universe? Many in my clan believe the Eye called to us for a particular purpose. When I was a child, I used to believe the Eye was malevolent, to have lured my clan to this star system only to then vanish from them so completely. But I don't fear the Eye anymore. In fact, it has become my fondest hope to see the Eye itself someday, but I fear this may be beyond my reach. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Alright, the last combination is just the moon and the Eye. I imagine that you've noticed the quantum moon changes in appearance depending on which location it is currently orbiting. For instance, the moon looks quite different when orbiting Giant's Deep than it does when orbiting the Hourglass Twins. Because the quantum moon clearly changes in its different forms, the Eye, being this moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable. From this, we can hypothesize that the Eye represents extreme changeability. That said, despite its malleable nature, the quantum moon becomes locked to one specific version of itself when it is consciously observed. But what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the Eye? Yeah, it's a good question. Alright, our last thing we can do is to combine these two. Identify and explain. And see if that does anything. These are the two tenets of Know My Philosophy. To seek out and to understand is our way of living. To identify and to explain. Fair enough. Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciated it. This is very interesting. I'm also happy that you like my 4 eyes. So if we have 4 eyes and we wear a pair of glasses, would we have 8 eyes? Okay. Now what? Now what to do next? I guess I could jump into the eye of the storm up above us. But something tells me she might have tried that before. But I'm also very curious in what happens if I jump right up into the butthole of the universe. I'm sorry, the eye of the universe. Haha. I have a scout to test it first. That's true. Like I said before, because this is a highly quantum thing, I feel like if I do make my way there, then it'll turn me into a quantum object, right? Well, either way, I guess there's only one way to figure it the fuck out. Oh, it just becomes binary. It just becomes an infinite scroll of binary as it enters there. It becomes the Matrix. What if it only quantums your wiener? That would be a slight problem. Well, I think it might be, time for us to bid adieu to our friend here and see what's up the quantum butthole. Oh, well, there we go. What? Well, there's another corpse of hers. His. I actually don't know the gender of that person. I think hers. Unable to pinpoint location. It looks an awful lot like our home planet, but cloudier. A lot cloudier. Which doesn't make sense. Because it's never been cloudy like this, which means not our home planet, but a different version of it. In fact, look. This isn't supposed to be here at all. Yep, it's got more of that going on. Also, the gravity is, very little. Which is the exact same as how it was, before. So this is the same thing as before. Am I on an alternate universe's version of our home planet? Or, alternatively, am I on my home planet but of a different time? Did I time travel? Because clearly we're on our home planet, right? Well, actually, I guess we're on on the quantum moon orbiting our home planet. Because that's got to be it, since we landed at the South Pole and everything, and it's got this going on. But again, it looks very different from when we were here before. It looks super different. Super duper different. It was not anywhere near this cloudy and whatnot. Still have the path on the map? Yeah, I know I still have the path on the map. Okay, well... I guess we know what to do. What's it like outside of the Dark Bramble? I bet it's awesome. Spiky and icy. Yup. Awesome. Pretty great, huh? Have I been to the Bramble yet? Nope. I asked chat if they wanted me to go to the Quantum Moon or the Bramble first, and most of chat said they thought the moon would be cool. So we went to the moon. Becomes so volcanic when it orbits this. Okay, well, you know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. Do 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 do. Where is Solanum's ship? I think that's our I think that's our option of what to do. Although I guess if I should use it, I should use it when I'm at the eye of the universe, right? I can always go there again. For now, let's just see what happens if I do. Nothing. Whoa. Well then. Where did this put me back at? Oh! The launch pad at the Brittle Planet. Just in time, too. Whee! Later, son, you can't catch me in a supernova if I'm out of the solar system. Although, what is that I'm aimed at? What is that? What are we heading toward? It's the end of the world as we know it. Oh, that's just the White Hole Station. Well, the Quantum Moon was really interesting. Thank you for the gift subs again, Crusher Mock. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Okay, let's go check our ship log. Something tells me that ship log's gonna have a lot of new info in it. That was less than I thought. I was able to land on the surface of the Quantum Moon. I found a dead Nomai in a spacesuit near the South Pole. A Nomai shrine that wanders about the Quantum Moon. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging is inscribed next to a mural in the tower. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement, and recall the rule of the sixth location. Sixth location, I met a living Nomai named Solanum at the South Pole. The Quantum Moon is the eye of the universe's moon. At this location, the Quantum Moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomena in the solar system. Solanum wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Solanum has a hypothesis that she may not be entirely alive. And that hypothesis is correct. She's very dead. Has been for a long, long, long time. While also technically not dead because she's removed herself from the time stream. In a quantum way. Okay, that was very interesting. Super interesting. Now, here's the thing. I believe that we're going to find a way to actually get to the eye of the universe itself. That's probably the final goal of the game, right? I wonder how the fuck we do that, though. Because when I jumped into the big quantum butthole of the moon, it, just teleported the moon. You know what? Something tells me that dark bramble probably has the information I need. I sure do bet that going through the Dark Bramble will probably unlock some of that information, because the vessel is there, and that could contain all sorts of information. On top of that, our the greatest explorer ever of our species, other than us, of course, should still be there. Possibly. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I apologize. Man, I really just don't want to go to the Dark Bramble at all. I'm gonna have to, but I don't want to. I guess I could try and figure out more about this Ash Twin project. That's still, for some reason, a big freaking question mark. Like, everything that points to the Ash Twin project is just a bunch of information that, yes, they approved that this, and that are all being developed for the Ash Twin project, and should have been developed for the Ash Twin project, including, of course, the statue and mask system to transmit your memories back to your body after a time lapse. So the central chamber inside of Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. That's the only clue I have, is that I have to get inside of a big thick shell. I have to break open a few eggs. But I've been all over the Ash Twin, when it does and when it doesn't have the sand on it. And I'm not sure where that central chamber is supposed to be at. I honestly have no clue on this one. I think I've been pretty decent at figuring out where stuff is and what's going on, but like I said, I've been all over that freaking planet. We've collided with it at 10 million miles per hour. Well, that seems like a fantastic way to blow myself up. Or, well, maybe not blow myself up, but to crash so hard into it that I kill myself. Hey, Alexa, where's the center of the Ash Twin? Beep-doop. Have I tried Open Sesame? It's not about Open Sesame. It's about, I don't think I've even found whatever this outer thick protective shell is. I guess the simplest thing I can do for now is just pop over there, advance time a bit, and give it another good look. Actually, I should pop onto the Ember Twin first. Because I will need to advance time a bit, I think. Have I been to the Sun Redacted, the Sun Station? If that's what you mean, yes. Yes, I have. The thing I'm looking at, or looking for, not at, should, by all means, be on that planet. Know what I mean? Well, let's just spend a couple minutes chilling. Yeah, no hints. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually. Think I'm going to need a little bit more dozing off time. Being chilling. There's no ice cream here. There's only marshmallows. More. Astolfo's penis is delicious.
Take a long hard look. A long and hard.
Long and hard. I'm not looking to restart right now. I'm looking to advance time. That's all. No worries, guys. I'm not entirely stupid. I'm not the most inept man that you've ever seen in your life. At least I hope not. Now let's just go ahead and set her down gently. Yeah, you fucking like that spin maneuver, chat? That get you all happy? So the reason that I'm here is because it specifically says the central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. It says specifically Ash Twin. So I think it has to be on this planet out of the two of the Hourglass twins. I just gotta figure out how to get there. Just gotta figure out how to get there. As in, I have to, like, enter the core. Excuse me. So, for a minute. Okay. Yeah, nothing else. It's got nothing else for me. I'm trying to see if there's any hint, like maybe there's a teleporter somewhere that would take me to it, right? But at the moment, nothing seems to give any hint at that. Yeah, it's just about that. There's no info about maybe a teleporter that could take me there. At least not anything specific. A teleporter may be necessary. I don't know, bro. Moai noises? Sure, we'll go with that. Where do these towers teleport to, actually? Did I ever find out where these go? I probably did, but I'll take a moment to double check. From the Hanging City, we're planning the Ashwin project in the High Energy Lab. High Energy Lab. Okay. Could stand here for a bit and see where this goes. Just to double check. Then I can double check the other one, because I guess they go to different places. Waiting. Oh. That one takes me to the Ember Core. The Ember Twin. Oh, right. This is a visual representation of the twin planet. Then, does this teleport me where I want to go? Or does it... How would this work to teleport inside of itself? That seems like that wouldn't make much sense, but... Heck, we got time. I swear, if this takes me to Dark Bramble, I'm gonna be so upset. Thank God. The sun's looking a little red. It's also possible this one is just plain broken and doesn't work at all. Oh. Probably don't want to get lifted by that at the moment. Or do I? I don't think I do, but... This is the only teleporter, and it looks like the teleporter should be active. That hasn't teleported me anywhere then. Last opportunity for this thing to do something. If you can do anything, it's now or never. This teleporter is only for members. Members only. This is an exclusive teleporter. You don't seem to have a hall pass for this one. So, my thought is it's possible that maybe I wanted to be in the sand pool when it went off? Because maybe the teleporter only activates when the ember one is above it. So I'll have to try that again. Boy, I sure am going through a lot of hoops to avoid going to the Dark Bramble. Haha. Hi, friend. I'm here to take a nap. Think 5 minutes might be enough time for the ash to get far enough that we can get there. Yeah, but don't you even play that bullshit with me. I already sent a thing through the freaking Dark Bramble asshole opening and know that it leads to a horrible fog world. Leads to Silent Hill, but with anglerfish. Giant anglerfish. No pulling that. It's so small, it can't possibly be all that much nonsense. I already know it's definitely going to be something major. shoot, I think I might have missed my opportunity to give that a go, and I'll have to wait again. So this is going to be interesting. Whoops, wrong one. It's this one. A beach full of cat girls? Well, now we're talking. Do 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da. You know, I am a little bit disappointed that when we were speaking with our Nomai friend on the Quantum Moon, she didn't make mention of the fact that we were using Nomai technology. Alright, here we go. Let's give this the old college try here. Wrong one. Keep going to the wrong side. Remember, there's a corpse outside the one I'm looking for. Whoa, here it comes. Nope, that didn't work at all. Oh, my ship got caught up in that, huh? Okay, I might need to maybe finesse it better. So what if I wait in the alcove until it's, like, right above me and then dive face first into the teleporter? That's my last thought of how it might work. That's the last chance that I can give this before I am just completely and utterly stumped. I wonder how many people got nauseous playing this game because they didn't do too well with the motion sickness and the zero-G environments. Oh, alright, here they come. A lot. Fair enough. I'm lucky that I don't tend to have that happen. The only time I ever get any, like, motion sickness or car sickness is if I'm reading something while in a car. That's it. Otherwise, I'm pretty good to go. Okay, so give it a second. Hey, it worked! Whoa! Speaking of motion sickness. So this is what's inside the core of the planet. Hey, look! Oh, so this is using centrifugal force to, create gravity. Kind of like the International Space Station does. It doesn't have the gravity... Oh, there's the masks. This is where we've been seeing the whole time. 13 minutes, 20 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. Masks receiving data from probe tracking module, Giant's Deep memory statue, and Timber Hearth memory statue. Oh. The probe tracking module is the third one. 9 minutes until end of cycle transmission. This mask is busted. Today we finish the excavation of Ash Twin. Here, in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin Project, powerful enough to send information back in time. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Ramey's hypothesis was true. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. Yeah, you hollowed out the core of the planet. Of course you altered the environment. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to use from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. Hypothesis. The cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is we're all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mullo tells me the cannon is doing well, and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then, if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mullo, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon? Or is Mullo part of the problem too? Oh boy, she's a big part of the problem. Well, let's just grab this real quick and put that right there. Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and it at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, this structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power for the Ash Twin project requires. I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task in more ways than one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here is what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. So that's why the orbital probe cannon fires at the beginning of each cycle. Is because the energy that is building up as the sun prepares for a supernova prompts it to fire off. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there's another way. Suppose we redesign the sun station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, idea, but you will need to find some way to halt our aging process. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. Did they figure out a way to get some of their kind into the quantum area of the eye? No, they couldn't have. Because that's the only way they could halt their aging process. We are halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored something new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Well, unfortunately, that comet was the harbinger of the end. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? Oh, it's this again. Yeah, we've seen that. That's nothing new. About the Timber Hearth projection stone. My gratitude for the latest shipment, Ueno. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. Oh no, we saw this all the way at the beginning of the game. If you don't recall, this is something we found when I was exploring Timber Hearth. And yup, look at this. Hey chat, if you never explored that area of Timber Hearth, here's a hint at where it is, and that it exists. Man, the music is going hard, huh? Giant Steep. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds, otherwise I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Okay, it's this again. So this is also stuff we've read before. It's like this place is significant or something? Nah. Artificial gravity control. And that'll stop everything from spinning. Keep it active for now. Now, what is this about? Oh, hey, what's this? You are about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Caution. Oh. Let's turn the gravity off now. Stop spinning. Okay, let's orient ourselves a little better. Ah, look at that. A mini black hole and a mini white hole. So, we boink. Moving the core will disable the Ash Twin project. Oh, okay. I thought as much. I noticed that as I was spinning around there. So this would be, I guess, a way to end everything. Remove this and the time loop ends. Look, I'm Tony Hawk. Such spinning. Well, chat, I guess it's time to die. Warp core does not fit. Wee. Based on this, I'd say we have at most a couple minutes left. Well, based on the music, even less. Does it work as a suppository? Yeah, let me shove the warp core up my ass and see if I can teleport my prostate out of this time loop. So yeah, the music's a lot more intense now because obviously I've ended the loop, right? Can you let go of my ship, please? Buckle up, buckaroos. It's time for the end. Well, I'd say this is more of an end. Clearly, there will be other endings that I can get. Hi, pal. How unlucky to have been born at the end of the universe. It's not the end of the universe, it's the end of your solar system. There's a difference. I mean, you saw a couple of supernovas. That doesn't mean the whole universe is gonna end. Well, might as well roast a marshmallow while we wait. By the way, chat, I will be a little upset if this deletes my save data, which I have an inkling it might. But science. But science. You are dead. Yes. No accompanied music for that ending, eh? GG, you won? Well, that's a type of winning.
Thank you!
Thank you, Crusher Mock, for 5 more.
Thank you! Thank you!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you! Thank you! Paddle, paddle!
Okay, good. Good. I had to know. I had to know. I had to know whether or not it would delete the save. I was expecting it to be perfectly honest with you. I thought it was going to delete the save, and I was going to be like, unfortunate, but makes sense if they did. In fact, I wouldn't even blame them too much if they did. However, they probably changed it from... They probably wanted it to delete the save at one point, and then didn't do it just for the sake of not necessarily making things rough on the player. And while it wouldn't delete a lot, because the vast majority of this is your own ability to remember things and move about and all that stuff, losing the ship log is still a big thing that it would do. How would that be an issue just because it deletes the ship log? We've been referencing the ship log a bunch on the playthrough here. That's it. At the end of the day, that's all it would really delete, is your ship log. The Ash Twin Project, a hollowed-out chamber inside of Ash Twin. The energy cables from the surface are plugged into a protective casing at the center of the planet. There are 8 monoliths with Nomai masks attached. 3 of the masks are actively receiving data from the probe tracking module, Giant's Deep and Timber Hearth respectively. The Ash Twin Project was designed to use the energy from a supernova triggered by the Sun Station to send probe data from the orbital probe cannon 22 minutes into the past. The Sun Station didn't work. Although the Ash Twin Project was theoretically sound, the Nomai were unable to power it. There is an advanced warp core inside the protective casing at the center of the planet. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin Project. All right, we figured out one ending. We figured out the we figured out the natural death ending. So next, it will be time to figure out the prevent myself from dying ending. Which I think would be greatly tied into going into the horrible, horrible Dark Bramble. Dark Brandon is waiting for us. Oh, and before we do anything else, one quick reminder. About the Dark Bramble. Is the fact that it uses impossible space, or teleportation technology. Well, not technology, but natural teleportation. In that, despite the fact that this is a, you know, large seed, so hey, you know how it says error duplicate signal? One here and one 24 kilometers out there. That was actually our very first instance of warp technology. Although instead of technology, it is a natural phenomena in this case. And it creating a time lapse. I didn't even think about it then. But it makes sense. So that one's just a... That's just a skeleton. But yeah, this looks great. Fun. Amazing. That's what we have to look forward to. That's what we have to look forward to, and based on the size of those skeletons of the anglerfish, they're about the size of my ship, maybe even bigger. So, yeah, they can probably chew the ship up pretty easily. Afraid of bones? No, I'm afraid of what is attached to the bones on the living versions of those things, which are clearly going to exist. Even if it's only one and it chases you around, it's still going to be spooky and scary. But that's for next time, everyone. Thank you very much for watching tonight. We did a lot. We did a whole lot. We figured out some really interesting things. All that's left is to go check out Dark Brandon and then, more than likely, take something from the ship that's there and use it, or use the ship itself. Or something. We're going to figure something out to do with that ship that's been trapped in there. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed that's what's going to happen. But along the way, there will be awful, horrifying monster fish. Ha ha ha. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks again for watching. Peace. Any plans for the DLC? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.